Ooh, it says we are live. Live. What's everybody doing out there today? How's it going? Let me check the audio here. Audio. Things you used to hear on the CB that you don't even hear anymore. Is that what that is? Let's see here. YouTube. Spinny Wheel Jones over here. Hopefully, not Spinny Wheel Jones there. Yeah, sounds like we got audio. Forgot to go in and turn the XP thing off. I have to get a hold of that. We are going to give Trucker Monkey a English proficiency test today. Dundee shipping office. Dundee Trucker Monkey, you better cut out that damn Dundee stuff because they're gonna put you out of service. You keep doing that Dundee. Dundee diesel. I need Dundee diesel. Oh, Trucker Monkey, you're gonna get put out of service if you keep talking like that. Anybody? Yeah, y'all ain't got to worry about the XP level. I'm turning that off. Yeah. Like, I don't get the XP level. Okay, I'm going to skip all of that because I don't like that. Jerome Jones says, I only have a 4th grade English knowledge. 18-wheelers hooked on phonics with special guest Trucker Monkey came on. Breaker 19er. Anybody come on? Yeah, is anybody watching the Wally the Fish short videos? Let me know if you're watching those. I appreciate it. David Evers, the only language I'm actually fluent in is sarcasm. Yes. Sarcasm. Okay. Jerome Jones. Yeah, everybody say hi to everybody. 18-wheelers cash should put on a turban, glue some carpet to its window, and start a new channel called Crashes King. I ain't against it. Chief Fair Hauler says, what's up, everybody? Cash is already an hour behind in the comments, and the show ain't even started yet. It's all right. I'm already caught up with it. Red Diesel got his name back. Congratulations, Red Diesel. Yo, good evening. Michael's in the house. Evening. Red Diesel says, we love Level Up with XP. All right. I might leave it on there then if y'all love it. Scooter says, howdy, folks. Hope y'all had a great 4th weekend. And yes, show the short video. They seem cool. Okay. So, yeah, I got the whole Wally the Fish thing. I am currently idling my truck. It is 105 degrees in this parking lot right now. And I tell you what, at 105 degrees, it's hot. And so I'm idling the truck during the live show. I'm going to turn it off after the live show. I just needed to get it cool in here. Like, everything's hot in the truck. I walked down the road to the grocery store and stayed down there for about an hour, walked back. And about 2.5 hours with the truck, I forgot to turn the APU on. Woo, man, I got back and it was so hot in this damn truck. I don't think the APU would ever catch up with it. So I said, screw it. We'll just idle the truck for, 20, 30 minutes. It'll get cool in here again. But man alive, was it hot. You're not using the Zero Breeze. Good time to test it out. Oh, I know the Zero Breeze would not keep up with this. The Zero Breeze is good for like at night if you don't want to idle your truck. But at 105 degrees outside, I mean, hell, even my APU won't do it, and the APU is like 10,000 BTUs, and it wouldn't cool it down in here. Yeah, you got to really overcome some heat in a truck stop parking lot in the middle of the day. But Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want nobody to. I'm not fronting on the zero breeze. The zero breeze is good. If you idle your truck, the zero breeze is worth the money. It will cut your idle time down. It will not get rid of your idle time. If you don't have a way to cool your truck other than a zero breeze, like the zero breeze it's well worth the money. It'll pay for itself in one summer, but it's not for like middle of the day, 105 degrees. Yeah, Jeffrey Kuhn, not many things can overcome 105. Yeah, when it's 105 in the parking lot, and also I have my reefer units running right now too. So, that makes the truck hot. There's a lot of things that make the truck hot. Bump the idle down a little bit. That fan keeps kicking on. I know the fan's kicking on because the the AC condenser and all is just scorching hot right now. Gotta get her pre-cooled when it gets hot out. Then crank that APU up to maintain. Yeah, I walked down to the grocery store and I had it pre-cooled in here and forgot to cut the APU on. So it's on me. I got back and it was like, I was hot from being outside, and I walked about a little over a mile down there, and not that much, but I was hot from being out there, and yeah, got back to the truck and it was a million degrees. I turned the APU on. It started to, it was like if you're sitting right in front of an air conditioning vent, it's okay, but I was like, I'm gonna run the truck for 20, 30 minutes here. We'll get her cooled down, then we'll kick that APU back on. But yeah, I don't know. I walked to the grocery store and it was a total waste of time. I walked down there to get some sugar-free ketchup, and they didn't even have damn sugar-free ketchup. I walked all the way down there for nothing. Yeah, felt real good about that. Felt real good about it. So, but yeah, just struggling with the heat today. It is a heaty hot one out here. We're in Alabama today. Alabama. It's 6 o'clock here. And we probably got about another hour, and the sun will stop being as badass as it is. Might get my drone out and fly it around. I bought me a drone. I named it Jerome Drones instead of Jerome Jones. It's Jerome Drones. Come on, anybody? Um, but yeah, I might get that out and fly it around a little bit. That's a fun hobby. I tell you what, if you don't have a drone, it's a good hobby. The one I got it's not bad. It's got a GPS on it, so you just hit the GPS button and it comes back. So no matter, I've got it in learning mode right now because I've only flew it like 3 times. So it's in learning mode. But that's a fun hobby. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a hobby, you could do worse. So yeah, let's see what Trucker Monkey's got to say about it. Hey, you dummy! How come you didn't turn your PU on before you went for a walk? You shut up, Trucker Monkey. I'm gonna get you put out of service. Yeah. Good luck. I don't stop at scales. Scales are for losers. Well, you got a point there. Oh man, love me some Trucker Monkey. 18-wheelers has got to get it pre-cooled and maintained. Yes, sir. Stanza says, what do you think about dump trucking as an owner-operator? It's a successful business if you're in the right area. I've looked into it as far as being in Minnesota. There's actually some pretty good opportunities. If you're in a major metro area, there's always going to be big construction projects, asphalt projects. If you can get on some with those government projects, you can do really good. Not the housing projects. I don't want you living in the projects. I'm saying like, like companies that have to pay a certain wage because they are, they do government work. So that could be wise decision. I mean, I'm not against dump trucking. When Yellow Freight went out of business, there was a lot of day cab Volvos, and I thought about snatching up one of those day cab Volvos. And there's like 3 or 4 pretty big dump truck companies that haul side dumps. And that's not sitting sideways on the toilet. That's not what I mean when I say side dump. The dump trailers that dump sideways. And I thought about buying one of those old Volvos because they were manual transmissions. They were like 10-speed transmissions. And I just thought they would make good dump trucks as far as like to pull a dump trailer, and so not against dump trucking. Like I said, I looked into it, but at the time I was I was making damn good money, and I was in a paid off truck. So Corey says, can you use the Zero Breeze without the tubes in the windows? You can, but it's not very effective. I used to set my Zero Breeze in the middle and just let it vent into the front part of the truck. And you can crack your windows a little bit. You just need to exhaust that air out. I done that a little bit, but it works way better if you can vent those tubes out the window. It does work a lot better. John says, take your shirt off if you're hot. Can get more subscribers and likes. Yeah, just kidding. No, I will not do that. Check me out on pornhub.com, maybe. Chief Fair Holler says, got to show some cleavage. Yeah. Yes, that's the name of the game. Just I have the wrong kind of cleavage. Most people that want to see cleavage don't want to see hairy cleavage. Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me write that down. I just came up with a new troll account, hairy cleavage. Michael says, so are you buying that Freightliner? No, back in the Peterbilt, loving the Peterbilt. I'm going to do a video on all the things I just did to the Peterbilt. So the price on the Freightliner just was not there for me. And I really got to thinking and looking into it. And then literally on the way home, I had a check engine light come on for an emissions code. And I was kind of like, maybe that's the universe telling me don't worry about it. So basically, the Peterbilt is, I'm just going to see it through. I was going to pay it off early and move on to the Freightliner. But the more I did the math on it, is the Freightliner has, sorry, I'm trying to do some quick math in my head here. The Freightliner had 90,000 less miles on it. And it just did not get stellar fuel mileage. It got good fuel mileage, but it was not like out of this world fuel mileage, And it had an APU. It's got all the bells and whistles you'd want. It just, for some reason, that truck did not get the fuel mileage I thought it would. So I like the interior better on the Peterbilt. I think I might make a video on comparing the two and kind of thinking about it out loud. But I don't know. That truck had good warranty on it. It was at like 500,000 miles. It was warrantied up to 750, I think, something like that. But yeah, it just wasn't it was too much more. It was way more money for a truck with, less than 100,000 miles, less than 100,000 miles on what I got. So, keep the Peterbilt right now, see it through, pay it off. I got me a legacy seat put in. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I got the beaded pad on there right now. I got me a legacy seat put in. I did a bunch of extra things to this truck to make it more comfortable. So we're going to ride the Peterbilt out. And I don't know what kind of truck I'll get after this. I would like to have one of those narrow front Peterbilt 579s, the newer ones. But we'll see. We'll see. Chief Fair Hauler says Freightliners are too expensive. Yeah, they want a lot for them now. And honestly, that one I was in, I mean, a little bit better fuel economy, a little bit better. You know, I'm pretty happy with the fuel economy on this Peterbilt because it does not get as good of fuel economy as my old Freightliner, as the 2016 Cascadia, but I'm pulling a different type of freight now. And that's what makes a difference. Before, with my old Freightliner, I did a lot of multi-stop freight. And as you know, those loads get lighter as you go. You know, you start off with 40,000 pounds. You go to the first stop, you get rid of 15,000 pounds. Then you go to the next stop, you get rid of 10,000 pounds. It's a lot of lightweight, you know, driving on average. With multi-stop, you know, the freight gets lighter as you go, and a lot more time on those loads. With the loads I'm doing now that are basically 40,000 pounds everywhere I go, and you know, 65 to 70 miles an hour, I'm very pleased with the fuel economy of this truck. So I don't know, just depends on, I was looking at it. I've got an app I use to track my fuel economy. It's like paper, you know. You enter the mileage, you enter the gallons, you know, you enter all that, and it tells you what's up. And I'm averaging 7.9 for the year right now. And I'm pretty happy with the 7.9 for the year because of, you know, pulling heavy loads and higher speed loads. I feel like if I was doing that same freight now with the Freightliner, it'd be about the same. So I had the 2021 Freightliner, the loaner truck, was I had that for almost 6 weeks. Over 5 weeks I had that truck. And I averaged 8.1 miles per gallon with that truck. So I'm not, to me, it just wasn't enough of a benefit to go after that Freightliner for what they wanted for it. You know, it's just too much for me. Just too much. John's in the house. He says, sitting down here in hot Atlanta at the Kroger for a 4 a.m. appointment and to Gainesville for a chicken load. Hey, come on with the chicken load. I got out of Gainesville. I was in Gainesville yesterday. I delivered Saturday morning in Gainesville, and then I grabbed this load coming to Alabama. And then I'm going to ride over to Mississippi in the morning. This comes off in the morning. Little 40-mile run or so over to Mississippi. And we get a load going right back to Minnesota. Not sure if I'm going home yet or not. When I get back to Minnesota, I might just reload that same day and be gone with it and do another turn. I really been trying to burn that 70 down, then go home. You know, just be a little bit more effective in this, you know, lower paying freight economy and whatnot. Roger Berry, hey now. What's up, Roger Berry? Thanks for coming in. Chief Ray Holler says, Cash, Peterbilt Steve done a video on a 579 the other day. Something you should look into. Okay. It had a Cummins with 2050 torques. Nah, I'd rather have the pack car. That's right. All them torques. Yes. Mind Your Helm says, super singles help, ? With miles per gallon. They're supposed to. I believe they do. I like super singles. I know everybody else, not everybody, but a lot of people, they hear things on the internet and then they go around repeating them. Now, if you've had super singles before and you don't like them, that's fine. Do whatever. But the problem with super singles most of the time is people don't keep them inflated enough. A super single needs to be, like, for me, I run mine at cold temperature, like say 50 degrees, 60 degrees outside, cold temperature, 115. 115. And that's a problem because a lot of people don't keep them aired up enough. If you run a super single at 100 psi, you're not doing yourself any favors. I promise you that. When mine are rolling like today, 90 degrees outside, mine will go up to like 140, 145 on the air pressure. So they do gain a lot of air pressure when they get hot. So I recommend get you a tire pressure monitoring system. I don't know why anybody would not have a tire pressure monitoring system. You can get those things for like under $200 now. I recently just bought a new one, like $100. $100. I know my air temperatures. I know my air pressures. Just riding down the road, it's a no-brainer. Use my Amazon link. Check them out on Amazon. Use my Amazon link if you don't care. I make a few bucks. Uncle Jeff will give me a few bucks. But yeah, I keep my super singles juiced up. I like them about 115 on a cold day, about 120 on a warm day. You gotta take that winter air out of them and put that summer air in. I don't know if y'all know that about super singles or not, but that's a must do on super singles. You gotta suck all the winter air out and put fresh summer air in. And then in the fall, you gotta take that summer air out and replace your blinker fluid. But yeah, I like super singles. I like how they ride. I think they grip better in the winter. I was explaining this to my buddy the other day, and I'm not trying to sell you on super singles. I don't give a damn what kind of tire you run. It's like your steak. I don't care how you eat your steak. It don't make a damn to me. But if you think about it, in the winter and in the rain, if you're running duals, the inside, where does the water go, or where does the snow go? It's only got a gap in between it about that much. Now, but get your head out of the gutter. But it's only got a couple inch gap in between them. Where does that water go? Whereas a super single, the water goes to the outside and it's gone, or the snow goes to the outside and it's gone. Just a thought on me, you got less sidewalls, and let's face it, sidewalls are what cause a lot of problems in truck tires. So I don't know. I ain't selling you on them. Those are just my thoughts. Moet says fuel economy comes from your wide bias. Correct. Wide base. Yes. I pick up a few on that, I think. I do. I keep them juiced up real good. With the tire pressure monitoring system, it's just, it's too easy, Like I'm sitting here right now looking at my tire pressure monitoring system, and I know the temperature of my tires and I know the air pressure of my tires just by looking at this damn thing on my dash. That cost me $100. Now they don't last forever. You can change out the batteries on the sensors that go on the valve stems, but after about 2 years, I've noticed they just get unreliable. And what I mean unreliable is they stop working. Not once if they're checking your pressure, I trust that pressure. They just die occasionally, and they're hard to order new ones. It's better just to order a whole new system. But if you've got $50 to $75 in something that literally is saving your tires, it pays for itself time and time again. I mean, a tire pressure monitoring system is one of those things. Basically, as soon as I get a truck, that's one of the first thing I do. Yeah, money. Will Carson, now hello, Cash from Spot Market Willie. I was telling somebody the other day, I was looking back through my weekly recaps, and in the past 9 weeks, I've done 4 loads. 4 loads. And not like a total of 4 loads, the same 4 loads over and over and over and over. My life is getting very boring, let me tell you. Chief Ray Holler says, I sat at Kroger for 7.5 hours with a load of potato chips. Woo! Woo! Yes, sir. Barry Haverson, hey, damn it, boy, I wish my Wi-Fi didn't suck. Oh, man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. We on that 5G. I once was super single. Woo! I'm talking about them good years. If you have a blowout, you're stuck. Damn it, boy. Better put duals on your steers then. Yes. Yes, that's a good point. I don't know. You know, I feel like if you monitoring your tire pressure and you're keeping them aired up, you don't have many blowouts. I'm not saying you can't have a blowout. I'm just saying you don't have many. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've had less blowouts with super singles than I have duals. I'll just put it that way. So, and honestly, if you have a blowout with a dual, you should really pull over and have someone come fix that. Unless, if you're like a mile away from the truck stop, I get it. You're going to run put the flashers on, drive 45 mile an hour to the truck stop. I ain't hating on you. Do what you got to do to run your business. As long as you're not like endangering, as long as that thing's not flapping and flopping everywhere and coming apart and hitting people's windshield and all that, I don't care. But if you're like 25 miles from the next truck stop and you got a blown out, trailer tire or drive tire and you're loaded heavy, you should probably call someone out to get that fixed. But hey, that's just me. Barry Haverson says, sucking that air out. I know a gal. Yes, sir. I know you do. You sent me the pictures. John says, I should change my name to Waffle House Truck Driver John since I'm an owner-operator. Full-time and part-time Waffle House cook. Woo, damn. Damn, bro, that's a living right there. You making money. Ghost Rally, you must be back in your truck. Oh, I'm so happy to be back in my truck. Yes, sir. We live in the Peterbilt life. Peterbilt. Tito's and Sodas made it in. Greetings from Groom, Indiana. Thanks so much for coming in. Mind Your Helm says, trailers that you haul have super singles? No. Trailer I pull has duals. I used to have a trailer here that had super singles on it. It was a badass trailer, but I forgot why I got rid of it. All the trailer skirts came off of it. Literally came off of it. One of them came off going down the road. I took it to the yard and said, that ain't my trailer no more. I want a different one. Double Down Trucker says, I've had less blowouts not eating Taco Bell. Come on. Ooh, Taco Bell and trucking do not mix. That's a salty, salty mix. Reefer 77 made it in. Hello, everybody. Yeah, everybody hit that like button for me. We're jaw jacking about trucking. We're trying to get Trucker Monkey in English proficiency. Donde like button. Durka jihad. Oh, Trucker Monkey, that doesn't sound right. I wouldn't be saying that. Cut that out near the way station. Damn, brother. Gonna get us put out of service. Has anybody heard a damn thing about the English proficiency? I've heard one story from one driver that said they asked him some questions, but other than that, nobody. And this dude works for a giant company. It's like they know the people they need to be checking. They know if you're if your what is it? If your MC number starts with a 4, and maybe I can never remember, is it DOT or MC? I always get them two confused. Stanza Transport says, I love getting blowouts by super singles. Come on. Woo. Stanza Transport likes them super and single and blowed out, he said. He goes to the back side of the truck stop and says, let me get something super duper wide and blowed out, baby. No tread lift whatsoever. Chief Rear Hauler says, every blowout I recall has been a sidewall blowout. Duals generate more sidewall heat. Yes. Sidewalls they're a very I forgot what I was going to say. DIY Timmy says, hey, bro, I used your promo for a zero breeze. DIY Timmy and the Mac Attack. Ghost Rallies in the house. DIY Timmy says, this thing is awesome. Anyone who don't get one's crazy. It's not gonna completely stop your idle time. You're still gonna have some idle time. I mean, hell, I got an APU and I'm idling my truck for about a half hour right now trying to get it cool in here. It is 105 degrees in this parking lot, or at least that's what my truck dash says. It's probably about 95 degrees out there, but the truck stop parking lot, everybody peeing on the parking lot runs the temperature up. Chief Rose says, DIY, how's the TPMS search going? Mike's in the house. Donde la Cucha, la cocha. Donde super single blowout. Donde my ex-girlfriend. Double Down Trucking says, I wonder how many drivers are listening to Rosetta Stone going down the road right now. Oh, you Rosetta Stone is got memberships coming out the ass right now. You know it. Donde Rosetta Stone prescription. I got me a prescription of Rosetta Stone, and hey, don't you worry. I don't stop at scale houses anyway. I'll just blow the scale house. Screw that. Donde truck stop, not way station. Donde way station closed. Poor favor. Chief Holler, as with everything else, I put it on the back burner. Can't stay out the truck. DIY Simi loves that trucking. He can't get enough of it, he tells me. Chief Holler says, DIY understood. I'm looking too, but those techies started talking and it's good right. Goes right over my head. Okay, there you go. Anybody else got a comment? If not, I'm going to wrap this thing up. My phone battery's going down like a super single gypsy behind a truck stop with Stanza Transport. Yeah, we're losing it. I bought a thing the other day where I can use my headset and charge the phone, but it was not the correct thing. So I got a trip to Best Buy in my future because I know they have one that'll work. I looked it up on the intranets. And I would just order one from Amazon, but if I can get it somewhere else, I'd rather buy it somewhere else, honestly. But be sure to use my Amazon link if you are going to shop Amazon. Those dirty bastards. Those dirty scarecrow marrying bastards. No habla Ingles. You talking about the grocery store? Ingles. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Bye-bye, Trucker Monkey. Hasta la vista, baby. We're out of here.